Hey, so I just read a really brilliant article by friend and colleague of mine, Hannah Massarella, who is the founder of an amazing company called Bird. And she has just done some research with ACEVO, who are essentially the kind of body charity or umbrella organisation supporting chief executives in the non-profit sector in the UK. I'm getting to the point. So the point is that the research that she did was all about the pressures that CEOs are under in the non-profit sector at the moment. And this obviously resonated with me because I burnt out in the role of chief executive for a non-profit organisation, which was focused on supporting South Asian mothers who were victims of domestic abuse. And I have this experience of burnout, which is really linked to all of the pressures that are that go with that type of job. And with this type of job, it's that number one, they're not very well paid. Okay, I guess that's a given, everybody knows that. They're not brilliantly well paid. They expect a huge amount from you. A famous case in this that you may have heard of this person, Camilla Batman-Gellich, who was the director, founder, CEO of Kids Company, and I knew I didn't know her directly, but I kind of worked in proximity to her and was always aware of how hard she worked. She was somebody who was there constantly. You know, she was on the job 24/7, and that was admired, right? But what happened to Camilla was that Kids Company was engulfed in a scandal and they lost funding really quickly. And all of the work that she put in, her whole reputation, regardless of what you know about her or what happened, that was gone overnight. Whether this is her fault or not, that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that you can devote your whole life to an idea, to a project, to a movement, and in the end, you end up completely crushed by it. And when I burnt out, I became acutely aware that I didn't want that to happen to me. And so I at that point, I didn't have a choice. I had to leave. I had to quit my job. I'd already been thinking about doing coaching for women as a female empowerment approach, which I knew I wanted to do. That was me aligning with my North Star and knowing that that was what I wanted to do. But my mistake was that I was trying to do that alongside keeping everything going with my organisation. And I also really was close to my team. I loved them. I spent so much time with them that we kind of became like family. So that made it even harder when I was worried and stressed about things like funding. So I have recovered from burnout. And the reason that I've been able to recover from burnout is because I did the work. I made I made a serious commitment. I made a serious change, and I had to decide that I was going to put myself first, and no matter what, I was going to stick to it. However else that kind of fell into place, that's the work that I've done towards the North Star framework. But I knew when I burnt out that something really fundamental had to change, and that's what I did. So if you want to know more, have a look at the website, like, share, and follow for more content.